on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hey, real quick, we are warming up the Corvette. It's idling about 1400 RPM now. It'll idle down in a second once it gets warm. I mentioned in an older video that we needed a trailer in order to go on vacation and me be able to take my bike. So I went out and purchased this little V-nose trailer just for the Harley and maybe to put some luggage in. So I wanted to show you what I've been doing. So you convert it, because it was kind of small. I got it for a good price. I didn't do any measuring, and it turns out that it is pretty tight fit. This is about this much space, just enough for me to fit my finger behind the tail light and this door when it closes of the motorcycle. It's going to be interesting. I may have to end up taking the tail light off to be able to fit it, but I got a really good deal on this thing, and it's really popular, so I don't think it'll be that hard to sell it when I get done with it. So what I done was, the floor seemed a little weak, so I added a whole other piece of 3/4 inch plywood. I only bought one sheet. They're like 55 bucks right now with the way wood prices are. So I just bought this sheet. I bought these strap anchors and just put blocks underneath them. I did that on each one. I'm actually missing the bolts for this one. I thought I bought enough bolts yesterday, but I didn't. So we actually have to go pick up some bolts for that. I purchased this wheel chalk for the bike. It's all bolted in. The bolts go through 2 3/4 inch sheets of plywood. I also have a huge washer under the bottom. All the bolts are locked tight. So you basically just drive the bike onto this, and then this will go up with the tire, and it kind of just locks it in place there. Hopefully that works out pretty good. I wanted to buy a trailer that had a ramp on it already, but like I say, I actually bought this trailer for $1,800. And it's a 2020 model. I went ahead and bought these ramps here. They fold out. I've already drove the motorcycle now once with them. They do fine. It would have been great to have that fold down, but you know, it's a small trailer, and I don't want to do too much to it. It's going to hurt the value of being able to get rid of it. Because there's a good chance I'm going to sell this thing when we get back from vacation. Because I literally have nowhere to put it. I don't have a place to put a trailer. Just wait on this thing to warm up so we can go grab a couple of bolts to finish that trailer up. I was going to take the Harley, but my 8-year-old said she wanted to ride with me to the store, so I said, well, let's take the Corvette. And she loves this car too. So something cool just happened. I was sitting in the car waiting on it to warm up. I haven't been able to remove these Ttops since I've had the car because, well, they've actually have a lock on them. None of the keys I was given worked on it. I've called some locksmiths to try to help me. I just haven't had time to really deal with that a whole lot yet. Now these aren't the original Ttops, or if they are, they come with the car as well as another set. But the original, as far as I know, is glass, and I have those. They're in great condition. But anyways, I haven't been able to get these off. This is the passenger side. This is the lock. I look back here. Hopefully you can see that. There is a Phillips head screw. So here's the lock for the driver's side. I looked on the back of it and I saw that screw and I was like, nah, can't be that easy. It was. So pulled that out. Now we're here and I still can't get it open, so I don't know if it's old and just stuck, if I don't know what I'm doing or what, but when I pull on it, not a lot happening. I figured it out. Let me show you how much of an idiot I am. I'm not an idiot, I'm ignorant. I didn't know. There's these nice little handles here, and I've been sitting here trying to pull them down and everything else, and this has not been working. Then I just realized after completely pulling the lock out and spraying WD-40 all over the whole thing, if you just pull this down a little bit, this whole little piece comes off that has the lock, and there's the handle. So I guess you can't pull it down with this on it. This is part of the lock, and that is the lock. So pull that off, and that dude comes straight down, and guess what? What do you think?
I think it's pretty cool.
Huh?
I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool.
Do you notice anything that's missing? T-top. I finally got them off.
Yeah.
Cool, huh?
Yeah, that's cool.
Alright.
Well, I'm just gonna buckle up just in case. Grandpa would have this.
What?
I don't know because they like grandpas. They live for a long time. I feel like I don't know.
Why would you say that?
I don't know. I just feel like grandpas like have babies.
Oh my God! You got? Are you my kid? Quiet in here, ain't?
I know it is.
I can't believe you said I'm a grandpa.
Oh, I said like.
Well,
I didn't say you were a grandpa.
not only grandpas own Corvettes.
No,
FYI.
It feels like that. Because,
Well,
because grandpas like can
that's
sell
not.
it.
Corvette isn't a grandpa car.
Wait,
It's a cool car.
I'm not trying to say.
No, I know what you're trying. I get what you're saying. Got the bolts. Look how high the button is.
Oh my
Well, you have to, like, it's way up here. I'm not used to that. All right, you want to stuff our face with some food for a minute?
Yeah, I want a medium fry and the
All right.
chicken tender.
We'll do that. You ain't got the tray that hooks on the door, do you? That'd be kind of cool. What did you get?
Medium French fry and
Alright, this is it. These ramps are a little flimsier than what I remember when I was riding the bike up it yesterday. We got our wheel chalk in. I got these tie downs, one on each side. And trying to clothesline myself from this wire this guy put in here. I had it before me. Let's just let's see. Oh man, gotta get my motorcycle key. Yeah, I got a feeling it is gonna hit right there. But I can get right here. If not, it's gonna be so super close. I feel like what I'm gonna have to do is just remove this light. I can't help but think that would just be a pretty easy thing to do. We'll see what happens. I think we can make it happen. I may have to take off this brake light in order to get it to fit. But you know, once it's in there straight and I can kind of ratchet it forward, suspension compresses in the front, it may even give me a little bit more here, but I don't want to hit this light. Not a huge fan of the light. I just, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. I hate to replace it. You know what I mean? I think this is all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call it good for the vacation. Yeah, I think this fender will fit in fine. It's the tail light I'm doing. Hey, sorry, just wanted to cut in here real quick and give a quick little disclaimer. If you're not into hearing little kids just overwhelmed with excitement riding motorcycles and stuff, then go ahead and cut off here. I appreciate you watching so far. My 8-year-old daughter wanted to ride the bike with me. This is the second time she's ever ridden on the back of the motorcycle. One of my earliest memories was probably around 5 when my uncle put me on his bike with him, and man, I still remember that today. And that's really what started my love for motorcycles. Anyways, I want that for my daughter, so that's what we did. So I hope you enjoy this next little part. So this is Kinsley's first time riding on the motorcycle with the Sena, being able to hear and talk and stuff. And this is only her second time ever on a motorcycle, actually.
Yeah.
And how old are you, Kinsley?
8.
8 years old.
Yeah.
How many butt whoopings have you had in your life?
Don't know.
A lot?
Not really. Well, I used to get a lot when I was little, but now I don't really get much.
And why is that, you think?
Because I really kind of be good now.
Because you're good now.
And I learn from my mistakes.
But do you like riding motorcycles?
Yeah.
You do? And you don't feel scared?
Not really.
You feel like your feet are good and planted on the pegs?
Yeah.
That's good. You could scoot forward and be snug up to me, but I think you're doing better up against that bar back there behind you. As long as your back is against that and you have feet on the pegs and you're holding on to me, I don't think you're going to have any problem.
Okay. I can literally hear you in the helmet.
I know. It's crazy, huh?
Yeah, it was so weird though.
Well, there's Reduce Lives.
I wish I could see Deuce right now.
If you saw Deuce right now, he'd probably run up at you and just poop right there on the ground in front of you. That would remind me of Deuce right there. Living up to his name. You're gonna have spring break, and then you're gonna have a couple of weeks back at school, 1 or 2, I can't remember exactly. And then you're gonna be going, getting out for summer break. So it's gonna feel like.
And then after summer break, I'm gonna be in 3rd grade.
Well, you do pretty good in school. You got what? You're on the principal's list, aren't you?
Yeah.
So.
I'm at the principal's list every time.
Uh-huh.
And I think like 1 honor roll maybe.
Yeah. So I'd say you're doing pretty good. Well, it's getting pretty dark out here, so do you want to tell everybody on Daddy's YouTube channel, see you later?
Sure.
You want to do an outro for me?
Sure.
You have to say something like, hey y'all, thanks for checking out my daddy's channel. If you wouldn't mind reaching over there and hitting that like button, you know, do that.
I don't remember things.
Well, that's going to be it for this one. I'll catch you on the next one.
Bye guys.
Face. Alright, now this is the part of the video where I ride out doing a wheelie, so hang on, I'm going to pop a wheelie, okay?
Okay. What is a wheelie?
That's when I raise the front tire off the ground to give it a lot of gas, and I raise the front tire off the ground and I ride like this. Just hang on tight. The whole front tire is going to come straight up in the air, okay? Alright, hang on real tight. I'm joking, I wouldn't do that. I'm kind of surprised that you were willing to do it though.
I mean, it's fine if you do it. I just gotta be real careful if you do it.